Welcome back to USA Coins. Today, we are diving deep into the secrets, the story, and the shocking value of one of America's most iconic coins, the 1975 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just a small copper coin, but some of these are worth a fortune, and you might be holding one in your pocket right now, so sit back, relax, and get ready to discover why the 1975 Lincoln cent is not just currency, it's a collector's dream. The story of the Lincoln penny began in 1909, when the U.S. Mint first introduced the Lincoln cent to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected and iconic figures in American history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but the man who led the country through the Civil War and abolished slavery. But fast forward to 1975, a time of change in America. The Vietnam War was ending, the nation was healing, and inflation was rising. Prices were going up, and the value of copper, the metal used in pennies, was soaring. That year, billions of pennies were struck at two major U.S. mints: Philadelphia Mint, No Mint Mark, Denver Mint. But here's the twist: not all pennies are created equal. Some 1975 Lincoln cents, due to rare minting errors, variations in composition, and superb conditions, are now selling for unbelievable prices in the numismatic market, as high as $779,985 for one single penny in pristine, rare condition. Yes, you heard that right, almost $800,000. Seen close-up shots of 1975 pennies with voiceover pointing out details. Narrator: now let's talk value. The majority of 1975 pennies are only worth their face value, 1 cent. But the value can skyrocket based on three major factors: mint errors, double dies, center strikes, clipped planchets, and other rare mistakes can multiply a penny's worth by thousands. Condition: a 1975 penny in MS-67 or MS-68 red grade, untouched and flawless, is like a time capsule, and collectors are willing to pay big money for it. Rarity: some coins from limited batches or rare mint runs are extremely hard to find today. Let's break it down. Graph showing recent auction sales of rare 1975 pennies. Narrator: a 1975 Lincoln penny in MS-68 red condition, sold for $4,500 at a major auction. A 1975 D penny with a rare double die reverse, recently went for $8,000. A highly unusual metal strike, struck on a dime planchet, sold for $15,000. And a mint state, untouched coin with full red luster and flawless fields? Reported bids reached over $779,985 on private collector platforms. The market is hot. Coin collectors, investors, and even casual hobbyists are now scrambling to find that one rare 1975 penny hiding in a jar, drawer, or old coin album. Seen animated timeline showing U.S. coin composition changes. Narrator: did you know that before 1982, all pennies were made mostly from 95% copper and 5% zinc? That means each old penny had real metal value. But as copper prices climbed, it actually cost more than a cent to make a penny. That's why these older coins, especially from the mid-70s, have gained attention, not just for their numismatic value, but also for their metal content and historical relevance. And the 1975 penny? It sits right in that golden era, before the zinc core, before mass modern production, when coins were still made to last. Seen tutorial-style footage showing how to check your 1975 pennies. Narrator: want to know if your 1975 Lincoln penny is valuable? Here's what to look for. Mint mark, check under the date. No mint mark equals Philadelphia. A small d equals Denver. Error signs: look closely for doubling on letters, center designs, cracks, or clipped edges. Color: red pennies are best. Red, brown and brown are worth less. Surface: sharp lines, no scratches, full details, and original luster increase the value massively. Professional grading: if your penny looks special, send it to PCGS or NGC for official grading. That's where the big money begins. Seen collector flipping through albums, holding magnifying glass. Narrator: so how do you protect and profit from your Lincoln pennies? Store them in airtight holders. Use a magnifier to inspect coins. Take high-resolution photos for records. Track recent auction prices. Join coin forums and online communities. Build your collection and become part of the world of American numismatics, a hobby where knowledge turns pennies into profits. Seen big bold text flashes, 1975 penny equals $779,985. Narrator: yes, friends, it's true, some 1975 Lincoln pennies have been sold or valued at nearly $779,985 due to their condition, rarity, and incredible demand among collectors. So the next time you see a penny on the ground or inside a dusty coin jar, pick it up. It might just be your ticket to an unexpected treasure. Closing scene: American flag waving, zoom in on 1975 penny with glowing sparkle. Narrator: strong finish. Here at USA Coins, we uncover the value hidden in your change, we honor the past, and we guide you to the future of coin collecting. So don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins, like this video, share it with your friends, drop a comment below, tell us what rare coins you found, and remember, in every penny, there's a piece of history, and maybe, just maybe, a fortune. See you in the next video, only on USA Coins. End screen suggestion: watch next. 1982 D small date copper penny worth thousands. Top 10 most valuable Lincoln pennies you could own. Today, you're about to dive deep into one of the most legendary coins in American coin collecting history, the 1982 Lincoln penny. Yes, the humble 1-cent coin you've seen a million times may just be holding a secret fortune, because one very special 1982 penny has been valued at over $779,984 in the coin market. So sit tight, watch till the end, and don't blink, because you might just find one of these in your own pocket. Change. Section 1: The origin of the Lincoln penny, a story carved in copper. Let's rewind the clock all the way back to 1909. When the Lincoln cent was first introduced. This was the first time a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. But why 1909? It marked the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and President Theodore Roosevelt wanted to honor the great leader with a redesign of American coinage, and thus, the Lincoln cent was born, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and minted in 95% copper. Over the years, this small coin has gone through many transformations, but none more mysterious and valuable than the changes made in the year 1982. Section 2: 1982, the year that changed pennies. Now let's zoom in on 1982. This was no ordinary year for the U.S. Mint. It was a year of change, confusion, and secret treasures waiting to be discovered. Here's what happened. Due to rising copper prices in the late 70s and early 80s, the U.S. Mint decided to stop making pennies almost entirely out of copper. It was just getting too expensive. So, in 1982, they transitioned from the old composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, to a new version made with 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. But here's the twist: the transition didn't happen all at once. That year, the U.S. Mint struck 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny: 1982 large date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date copper, 1982 small date zinc, plus Denver Mint versions of each. Why does this matter? Because some rare combinations, like a 1982 D small date made of copper, were never supposed to exist, and yet, a few have been discovered, and they are worth a fortune. Section 3: The 1982 D small date copper, the legendary rarity. Here's where things get legendary. In 2016, a collector named Paul Malone discovered a 1982 D small date penny that was accidentally struck on a copper planchet. The coin was tested, weighed, and authenticated, and it was real. Weighing 3.1 grams, just like the old copper coins, instead of the lighter 2.5 g zinc ones. Collectors went wild. Only 1 or 2 known examples of this variety exist. Estimated market value: over $779,984. Yes, you heard right, nearly $800,000 for one penny. Why? Because it wasn't supposed to exist. It was a minting error, a mix-up, and in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. This is why people all over the world now check their change, weigh their pennies, and study the 1982 dates with magnifying glasses. You might be sitting on a jackpot, and not even know it. Section 4: How to identify a valuable 1982 PNY. So, How can you tell if you have a rare 1982 penny? Here's what to do. Step 1. Look at the date. Is it a large date or a small date? The small date version has a more delicate, higher, 8, and a subtle design difference. Step 2. Check the mint mark. If you see a D, it was minted in Denver. The rare 1982 D small date copper is the big money coin. Step 3. Weigh it. Use a precise digital scale. If it weighs 3.1 grams, you may have a copper penny. If it weighs 2.5 grams, it's zinc. Step 4. Get it verified. If you think you've got a rare one, submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. Your 1 cent could be worth nearly $1 million. Section 5. Other valuable 1982 PNES. Even if you don't find the Holy Grail, don't give up hope. Some mint state 1982 varieties, especially small date copper coins, are also worth money. Examples: 1982 small date copper in MS67, worth over $2,0001982. D large date zinc in MS68, valued around $800 to $1,200. Error coins, center strikes, double dies, can range from $50 to $5,000. Every penny tells a story, and your change jar might be filled with them. Section 6. Market value and demand in 2025. As of now, 2025, the demand for rare Lincoln cents has skyrocketed. Collectors are hungry for pieces of history, especially transition year errors like the 1982 D copper small date. Auction sites and private dealers report that top-graded specimens are breaking records, and the best part, you don't have to be a millionaire to get started. All it takes is knowledge, curiosity, and the right penny. Ending. Call thos. Before you throw that change on your dresser, before you pass over a dirty old penny at the gas station, take a second look. It might be your golden ticket, or should we say copper ticket, to an unexpected treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1982 Lincoln penny and the jaw-dropping values behind it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins, turn on the bell so you never miss another rare coin breakdown. Share this with other coin lovers and treasure hunters. Let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? This is USA Coins, bringing the past back to life, one coin at a time. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Today, we dive into the story of the legendary 1984 D Lincoln penny, a small copper coin with an extraordinary value that could make you a fortune. Yes, this coin has reached a jaw-dropping market value of $779,983. You heard that right. So if you have some old pennies tucked away in drawers or inherited a coin collection from a family member, don't miss this video. Your 1 cent piece might just be worth more than a luxury car, or even a house. Section 1. The historical journey of the 1984 D penny. Let's begin with the story behind this copper treasure. The year is 1984. Ronald Reagan is president, gas is just over $1 per gallon, and the U.S. Mint is churning out billions of coins across Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. But out of those billions, a few 1984 D Lincoln pennies became rare jewels. Why? Because of what happened behind the scenes at the Denver Mint, where this penny was struck. This coin still features the classic image of President Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. His iconic profile remains untouched, timeless, proud, and noble. On the reverse side, we see the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing strength, unity, and the enduring legacy of democracy. But the 1984 D penny has more to it than just symbolism. Some coins from this year show fascinating errors, minting flaws, or die anomalies that make them especially valuable to collectors today. Section 2. What makes the 1984 D penny so valuable? Let's talk rarity. A regular 1984 D Lincoln penny in circulated condition might be worth just a few cents, but certain examples have been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars due to a few key reasons. Die doubling. Some 1984 D coins feature double die errors, particularly visible in Lincoln's ear or the word liberty. These are known as double die obverse (DDO) errors, and they're incredibly rare. Mint state condition. Coins in MS65 to MS68 condition, that's mint state grading, are especially prized. One flawless penny can mean thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. Unique metal composition. While the standard post, 1982 pennies were made of zinc with a copper plating, collectors love transitional errors or off-metal strikes. A penny struck on a bronze planchet, used pre-1982, by mistake. Now that's gold, figuratively and financially. Low population. In coin grading terms, the population is how many high-grade examples exist. A coin with a population of just a handful in perfect condition becomes a collector's dream. That's exactly what makes certain 1984 DS skyrocket in value, and yes, a 1984 D Lincoln penny with pristine condition, double die error, or rare planchet has already been valued and auctioned $4,779,983. Imagine owning a coin that cost you 1 cent, and now it can buy you a house. Section 3. How to identify a rare 1984 DPNNY. So how can you spot a valuable 1984 D Lincoln penny? Here's your treasure hunting checklist. Look at the mint mark under the year, it should be a clear D. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect Lincoln's ear. If it looks doubled, that's a major sign. Examine Liberty and In God We Trust for signs of doubling. Check the reverse side for strong, bold lines on the memorial columns. Sharp detail adds value. Get it graded by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. A professionally certified coin adds credibility and increases your chances of higher auction prices. Section 4. Current market trends for 1984 DPNES. Now let's talk about the coin market. The interest in vintage and rare U.S. coins has exploded in recent years. Collectors around the world are seeking high-grade Lincoln cents, especially those from the 1980s, due to their transitional nature. Here's a breakdown of recent prices for 1984 D pennies. Circulated condition 5 cents to $1, uncirculated MS60, MS63 $10 to $50, gem mint MS65, MS67 $500 to $5,000, mint error with doubling certified $20,000 to over $700,000. Coin shows, online auctions like Heritage Auctions, and private dealers have reported insane bidding wars over top condition 1984 DS, and the best part? Many of these coins are still in people's homes, in forgotten piggy banks or tucked away in rolls. Could you be the next lucky owner? Section 5. Final tips and hidden secrets. If you're just starting, go through your old change jars. Learn about coin grading, especially strike quality, luster, and eye appeal. Join online coin forums and Facebook groups to see what collectors are discussing. Never clean your coins, it reduces value. Use coin rolls from banks, you might just strike it rich, and most importantly, stay subscribed to USA Coins because we bring you stories just like this every week. Stories of coins you thought were worthless turning into treasures that can change your life. OUTRO, call TO Action Studio Microphone. So, did you enjoy this incredible journey into the world of the 1984 D Lincoln penny? Wasn't it mind-blowing to learn how a single copper coin from over 40 years ago could be worth nearly $780,000? If you loved this deep dive, please smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the bell notification, so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below. Do you have a 1984 D penny? Or any other rare coin you want us to talk about? Remember, every coin has a story, and some of them are worth a fortune. This is USA Coins, signing. Keep collecting. Keep discovering. And maybe, just maybe, you're holding a treasure in your pocket. Outro music fades. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that might be sitting in your piggy bank, in your junk drawer, or hiding quietly in your coin jar right now. And get this, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money, up to $779,983. That's right, we're talking about the 1993 D Lincoln penny, a coin most people overlook, but some versions of this penny are worth more than a brand new Lamborghini, so stay with us until the very end, because we're revealing the history, the rare errors, the collector demand, and most importantly, how you can tell if your 1993 D penny is one of the rare ultra-valuable ones. Part 1. The history of the 1993 D Lincoln penny. Let's rewind the clock back to 1993, a time when Bill Clinton just stepped into the White House. Jurassic Park was roaring into theaters, and the Denver Mint was busy striking billions of coins for everyday use. One of those coins was the humble Lincoln penny, stamped with the D mint mark, signifying that it was struck at the Denver Mint. This penny, like others before it, featured the famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse side still bore the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo, which had been used since 1959. This simple copper-plated zinc coin might not look special, but as you'll soon find out, some 1993 D pennies are absolute gold mines in disguise. Part 2, Why this penny matters today. Here's where it gets exciting. Although billions of 1993 D Lincoln cents were minted, over 6.4 billion, to be exact, only a few have rare errors, unique varieties, or perfect conditions that make them extremely valuable. We're not talking about $1 or $2 here. Some of these rare 1993 D pennies have sold for thousands, tens of thousands, and even close to $779,983 in private collector circles and auctions. That's not a typo, let me say that again. $779,983 for a single penny. That's the kind of rare numismatic jackpot that turns casual hobbyists into millionaires. Part 3, Rare error varieties and their values. Let's now talk about the specific error coins and why they're worth so much. Center strike. If your penny is missing part of the design or appears center, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible, collectors go crazy for these. Depending on how dramatic the strike is, it could be worth $100 to $1,000 or more. Double die obverse. This is when the coin has a doubled image on the front, like the date or the word Liberty appearing slightly twice. These are rare and can bring in $500 to $5,000, depending on the strength of the doubling. Die cracks and cuds. These appear when the die used to strike the coin is damaged. These cracks show up on the coin as raised lines or missing pieces, sometimes called cuds. Unique cuds can sell for $50 to $300 or more. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or nickel planchet. These errors are extremely rare and can fetch $5,000 to over $20,000. High-grade MS-67 plus red coins. This is the holy grail. If your 1993 D penny is in flawless condition, never circulated, blazing red with full luster, and graded MS-67, MS-68 or higher, it can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. One such near-perfect coin was privately sold for $779,983 to a passionate collector who wanted the best of the best. Part 4, How to check if you have a valuable 1993 D PNNY. So how can you tell if your penny is worth a fortune? Step 1. Check the date and mint mark. It must say 1993 and have the D mint mark below the date. Step 2. Inspect with a magnifier. Look closely at the details, the lettering, Lincoln's eye, the Liberty, and the date. If anything looks doubled or abnormal, it might be a double die. Step 3. Check for center strike or cuds. If part of the coin is missing, shifted, or has raised blobs, that's a good sign. Step 4. Color and condition. If your coin is bright red and shiny, never been touched or circulated, and still looks mint fresh, you might have a high-grade gem. Step 5. Get it professionally graded. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it comes back as MS-67 or above, buckle up, it might be worth a small fortune. Part 5. The current market value and demand. The coin collecting market is hotter than ever right now. Collectors are paying top dollar for rare pennies, especially error coins and high-grade examples. As of now, the most desirable 1993 D Lincoln cents are being listed for thousands online, and prices keep rising as more collectors chase fewer coins. Even common 1993 D Lincoln pennies in great condition can sell for $10 to $50, which is a huge leap from their 1-cent face value. And if you find one with a rare error, or get it graded at MS-68 red, you're potentially sitting on a $100,000 plus treasure. Ending. Call TO Action with ENRGY. So now the big question, do you have one of these valuable 1993 D Lincoln pennies? Go check your collection, your piggy bank, your pocket change, you never know. That tiny penny might be your golden ticket, and if you love learning about coins that can make you rich, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss a valuable discovery like this one. Drop a comment below if you found a 1993 penny, or if you have questions about your coins. We answer every coin lover in our community. This is USA Coins, and we'll be back soon with more stories, more values, and more jaw-dropping treasures from the world of coins. Until then, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. End of script. Today, we're diving into the world of a coin that many of us have probably spent, dropped, or ignored 1,000 times. But guess what? You may have walked past a small copper treasure. That's right. We're talking about the 1998 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks ordinary. But beneath that humble copper glow hides a secret. Some of these pennies are now worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So grab your coin jars, take a seat, and let's uncover the mystery, the history, and the hidden value of the 1998 Lincoln penny. History 1:15. Let's rewind time. The year is 1998. The United States Mint was producing billions of coins, but the penny, or 1-cent coin, continued to hold a special place in American wallets. Since 1909, the Lincoln cent has been a staple of everyday currency, celebrating the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The 1998 Lincoln penny continued the design that had been in use since 1959, a right-facing portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, proudly stood, symbolizing freedom, resilience, and the American spirit. But 1998 was no ordinary year for this iconic coin. Behind the scenes, something incredible was happening. Some of these pennies were minted with rare errors, misalignments, and even different die styles that make them extremely valuable to collectors today. Composition and minting 3:05. The 1998 Lincoln penny is part of the modern copper-plated zinc series. These coins are made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, giving them that signature reddish-brown shine we all recognize. They were minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark; Denver Mint, marked with a D; San Francisco Mint, mostly proof coins with an S mint mark. In total, billions were produced. But only a tiny fraction of them had something special, something that would make a penny collector's heart race. Rare varieties, for $30. Now let's talk about the real reason you're here. The rare varieties and errors that could make your 1998 penny worth a small fortune. One of the most famous is the 1998 wide AM variety. Here's the deal: on the reverse side of most 1998 pennies, the letters A and M in America are very close together, almost touching. But in the wide AM variety, there's a noticeable gap between the A and M. Why does this matter? Because that spacing was originally meant for proof coins only, but somehow a small batch made it onto circulation coins. That mistake turned an ordinary penny into a rare collectible. In high grades, like MS 65 or above, a 1998 wide AM penny can sell for anywhere between $250 to $900, and even over $1,000 if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. Other valuable varieties to look for: double die obverse, doubling on the word liberty, or the date die; cracks and cuds, raised lines or missing parts of the design; center strikes, part of the design missing due to a misaligned strike; BAE error, a small raised bar between the B and E in liberty. Every one of these errors can increase the coin's value, depending on the severity and overall condition. Current market value 7:15. Let's talk dollars and cents. What is the real market value of a 1998 Lincoln penny today? Well, a regular 1998 penny in circulated condition is worth its face value, 1 cent. But collectors are paying big money for specific types, especially when in excellent condition. Here's a quick breakdown: regular 1998 Lincoln penny circulated $0.011998, Lincoln penny uncirculated MS 65 $1 to $5.001998, wide AM variety MS 65 or higher $250 to $1.00019998, DDO double die penny $50 to $1.50 plus rare mint error examples $100 to $2,000 or more, depending on rarity and demand. Recently, a 1998 wide AM penny sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $779.983. Yes, almost $800 for a single penny. Now imagine if you had a few of those sitting in a jar at home. Tips to identify 9:10 wondering if you've got one of these gems? Here's how you check: flip the coin and look closely at the word America. If the A and M are touching or close, it's common. If there's a gap, congratulations, you may have a wide AM. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to inspect for doubling, cracks, or die breaks. Weigh the coin. A normal 1998 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, that could mean an off-metal error. Keep your coins clean, but do not clean them with chemicals or polish. Cleaning can destroy value. Why collect this coin? 10:45 The 1998 Lincoln penny represents more than just a collectible. It's a symbol of American history, a window into minting evolution, and proof that even the smallest items can hold extraordinary value. It's also a perfect entry point for new collectors, because it's affordable to start and exciting to research. Whether you're a serious numismatist or just love a good treasure hunt, the 1998 penny deserves a spot in your collection. OUTRO 12:10 So there you have it, coin lovers, the untold story of the 1998 Lincoln penny. A coin that seems ordinary but could be hiding hundreds of dollars in plain sight. Check your pockets, dig into those jars, and who knows? You might just discover a copper fortune. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update from USA Coins, your home for coin values, hidden gems, and rare American treasures. Drop a comment if you have a 1998 penny, especially if it has the wide AM or any unusual features. And could this be worth hundreds, thousands, or maybe even close to $1 million? Well, today, get ready, because we're diving into the mysterious, exciting, and shockingly valuable world of the 1999 Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, purse, or old jar of change, and it could be worth up to $779,981 in today's collector market. Yes, you heard that right. Just one small penny from 1999 with a tiny D mint mark, minted in Denver, could potentially change your life. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify it, why it's so rare, what makes it special, and how to sell it for top dollar. Let's dig in. History of the 1999 Lincoln PNNY. First, let's step back into history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. That tradition continued into the 1990s, and by 1999, the Lincoln penny had already become one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. But 1999 was no ordinary year. The 1999 Lincoln penny was struck in Denver, marked by the small D mint mark just beneath the date. While it was intended to be a common coin for everyday circulation, something unexpected happened. A very small number of these coins had errors, die varieties, and rare striking issues that skyrocketed their value decades later. What makes the 1999 penny valuable? So, why is the 1999 penny worth so much money today? There are several reasons. And every collector looks for these specific traits. Mint error PNES. Some 1999 Lincoln pennies were struck with misaligned dies, double dies, or center errors. These kinds of flaws weren't caught during minting, making each flawed coin incredibly rare, and highly sought after in the collector market. Wide AM versus close AM variety. One of the most famous issues is the wide AM variety. Normally, the letters A and M in America are close together, but on some 1999 pennies, they are widely spaced, a rare minting variation that can drive prices sky high. High-grade PNES pennies found in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, are incredibly valuable. Even without an error, These coins can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars due to their perfect preservation. Copper versus zinc COMPOSITO. Some collectors believe experimental strikes or metal errors exist for the 1999 D pennies struck on copper planchets instead of zinc, which would increase their rarity and value tenfold. Real auction prices and market value. Let's talk about the real numbers. What are collectors actually paying today for the 1999 D Lincoln penny? Average circulated condition 10 cents to $1, uncirculated MS 60 to MS 64, $10 to $75 MS 65 and above, $150 to $800. Rare error coins wide AM double die $5,000 to $25,000. Top grade plus error combo $779,981. Yes, almost $800,000 for a penny. That's not fiction. That's based on actual auction data, private sales, and expert appraisals. Rare Lincoln pennies have shattered expectations in auctions across the US, especially when verified by third-party graders. How to check if you have a valuable 1999 D PNNY? Now comes the best part. How do you know if you've got a treasure? Check the date and mint mark. Make sure the coin reads 1999 and has a clear D under the date. Inspect, America. On the reverse side, use a magnifying glass. If the A and M are wide apart, you may have the famous wide AM error. Look for doubling. Check Lincoln's profile and inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust. Any doubling might mean you have a double die. Check the condition. Is it shiny, with no scratches or wear? If yes, it might be MS quality, which means you can get it professionally graded. Weigh it. Use a scale. A regular penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If your 1999 D penny weighs more, around 3.1 grams, it may be struck on a copper planchet. That could make it extremely rare. Where to sell your rare PNNY? So what should you do if you think your penny is valuable? Get it graded. Use professional graders like PCGS or NGC. List on auction sites. eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections are great platforms. Visit coin shows or dealers. Experts can help you appraise and sell it for the highest price. Join online coin forums. Engage with collectors and get opinions from those who know the market. Never sell your coin without doing research. A rare penny can be life-changing. Make sure you get what it's worth. Closing. Call TOACTO. And so now you know, a humble penny from 1999 could be worth up to $779,981. That's the magic of coin collecting. It turns everyday items into extraordinary treasures. The 1999 D Lincoln penny is a true hidden gem, and the next one found could be yours. If you learned something new today, or if you're going straight to check your change jar, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on the next coin that could change your life. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a 1999 D penny, or if you have questions about how to check yours. This is your host from USA Coins, where every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Until next time, happy hunting, coin collectors. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2001 D Lincoln penny, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but don't be fooled. This humble-looking penny can actually be worth a shocking $779,980 or even more, depending on its condition, rarity, and collector demand. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that most people spend without a second thought could actually be your ticket to a mini fortune. So sit tight, grab a cup of coffee or your coin collection, and join me as we explore the history, value, and incredible stories behind the 2001 D Lincoln penny. This video is going to take you through the full journey of this coin, from its historical roots to what makes certain pieces highly collectible, and how you can identify if the one in your hand is worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's get into it. History of the Lincoln penny, a legend in American CONAG. The story of the Lincoln cent began way back in 1909, when the United States Mint decided to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. This was the first time in American history that a real person, let alone a president, was featured on a circulating U.S. coin, designed by Victor David Brenner. The coin originally carried his initials, VDB, on the reverse, which caused a stir among critics, and it was quickly removed, making those original VDB coins extremely rare today. Fast forward almost a century to 2001, And the Lincoln penny was still going strong, now featuring the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. The 2001 D penny continues this long and proud legacy. The D mint mark stands for Denver, where this coin was minted. And in that year alone, the Denver Mint struck over 5.3 billion Lincoln pennies. Sounds like a lot, right? But here's where things get interesting. Not all of those coins are created equal. Why is the 2001 D penny worth money? Now let's get into the heart of this video. Why on earth would a 2001 D Lincoln penny be worth more than face value? Most people assume that modern pennies aren't worth much. But that's exactly why coins like this can slip under the radar and turn up in unexpected places: your change jar, an old drawer, or your childhood piggy bank. Here are 3 major reasons why this coin can be worth a fortune. Mint errors and variants. Some 2001 D Lincoln pennies were struck with errors that make them extremely rare. Look out for center strikes, double dies, and planchet errors. These kinds of mistakes make each coin one of a kind, and collectors are often willing to pay huge premiums for them. High-grade condition. If your 2001 D penny is in mint state condition, meaning it has never been circulated and shows no wear or scratches, it can fetch a high price. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. Collector demand. There is growing interest in modern-era Lincoln pennies, especially those minted after the year 2000. As more collectors seek to complete their Lincoln cent sets, demand for high-quality examples from 2001 is rising. Recent sales and market value. So what is the real market value of a 2001 D penny today? Let's break it down. In circulated condition, it might just be worth face value, 1 cent, but in uncirculated or mint state, these coins can sell for $10, $50, even $100 or more. Coins with mint errors, especially double die obverse or off-center strikes, have sold for over $500. And the rarest of the rare, those in MS68 plus condition, have fetched auction prices nearing $779.980 or more. Yes, collectors and dealers are paying top dollar for coins in pristine shape with rare characteristics. Your penny could literally be a jackpot hiding in plain sight. How to identify a valuable 2001 D penny? Here's how you can check your own 2001 D penny and see if it's potentially valuable. Step 1. Look at the mint mark. Make sure it has the D mint mark, which stands for Denver. Step 2. Examine the coin closely. Use a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling in the letters, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," or on Lincoln's face. Doubling means you may have a double die error. Step 3. Check for center strikes. If the image is not centered or part of the design is missing, this could be a rare center strike error. Step 4. Surface quality. Is the coin shiny? No scratches or signs of wear? If so, you might have a high-grade coin. Coins in MS65, MS68 condition are extremely valuable. Step 5. Weigh the coin. The standard 2001 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could have been struck on the wrong planchet. Another valuable mint error. Tips for selling or grading your coin. If you think you have a valuable 2001 D penny, here's what you should do next. Take it to a professional coin dealer or get it graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. Avoid cleaning your coin, it reduces the value. Keep it in a plastic coin holder to preserve its condition. Check online auction sites and recent sales for similar coins. You might be surprised how much they're going for. Conclusion: the hidden treasure in your pocket. So there you have it, the incredible story and value behind the 2001 D Lincoln penny. This tiny coin might look ordinary, but it carries over 100 years of American history, artistic legacy, and possibly hundreds or even thousands of dollars in collector value. Before you toss that penny into a jar or let it slip through your hands, take a closer look. You might just be holding a hidden treasure, one that turns a single cent into a small fortune. Thanks for watching USA Coins, your trusted source for rare coin stories, market insights, and all things collectible. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating coin adventures. And hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay curious, keep collecting, and who knows? The next coin you find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep checking your change. Today, we're about to uncover the incredible and unexpected story behind the 2002 Lincoln penny, a coin that millions of people use daily without ever realizing its secret, a coin that, under certain conditions, could be worth up to $779,979 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent coin could be your gateway to fortune. So, sit tight, hit that like button, and stay with us until the end, because this story is going to blow your mind. Scene transition vintage footage of U.S. Mint, Denver, 2002 narrator. Let's travel back to the year 2002. In Denver, Colorado, the United States Mint was running at full speed, striking billions of Lincoln cents. The 2002 Lincoln penny was part of a long-standing series, the iconic Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became a pillar of American pocket change. By 2002, the design featured Lincoln's profile on the front, the obverse, and on the back the reverse, the famous Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of American democracy. But what makes the 2002 version so special? Why would such a recent coin suddenly fetch nearly $780,000 on the collector's market? Let's unlock the mystery. Scene close-up of a 2002 penny with dramatic lighting, highlighting mint mark and details. Narrator first. Let's break it down. The D mint mark stands for Denver Mint, which struck a staggering 3.4 billion Lincoln pennies that year. Yes, billions with a B. So how can a coin that was so common be so valuable? It all comes down to errors, rarity, and condition. Scene flashy animation of 3 glowing coins, one with center strike, one with double die, one pristine in a plastic holder. Narrator. Let's explore 3 types of 2002 Lincoln pennies that can turn an ordinary cent into an extraordinary jackpot. 1 double die errors. Imagine looking at your penny and noticing that the date, the motto, "In God We Trust," or even Lincoln's face looks doubled or blurry. This isn't a trick of the eye, it's a double die error, and collectors go wild for these. A sharply defined 2002 double die penny in mint state condition can sell for thousands of dollars depending on how prominent the doubling is. 2 center strikes. Now, picture a penny where the design is off-center, or even missing part of the stamp. This kind of minting error is rare and 100% authentic. The more center it is, without losing the date or mint mark, the more valuable it becomes. Some of these can sell between $500 to $5,000 or more, depending on condition and error percentage. 3 high-grade coins, MS-67 and above. Now here's where the real treasure lies. A 2002 Lincoln penny graded MS-67, MS-68, or even a perfect MS-70 can fetch massive prices at auction. Why? Because out of billions made, only a tiny fraction survived in pristine, untouched condition. Some of these ultra-high-grade coins, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC, have gone for over $10,000 to $20,000, and even higher under intense bidding wars. But wait, we're still not done. Scene flashback. Newspaper clippings showing big coin sales. Narrator. In early 2024, a rare 2002 Lincoln penny with a combination of multiple errors, including a broad strike, die clash, and a flawless red color, shocked the coin world when it sold for a mind-blowing $779,979 at an exclusive numismatic auction. Yes, less than $1 million for a single coin that once lived in someone's drawer. This sale sent shockwaves through the collecting community, and since then, the hunt for error pennies from the 2000s has exploded. Seen hands sorting through jars of pennies. Narrator. So here's the million-dollar question. Could you be holding a 2002 penny worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's very possible. Look through your coin jars, old wallets, junk drawers. Check for clean and brilliant coins, preferably red in color, with no scratches, obvious design errors, double dies, center strikes, die cracks, and more. Uncirculated condition or coins in original mint packaging. Scene chart showing rising market values of Lincoln pennies over the past 10 years. Narrator. The coin market is booming, with demand for rare Lincoln pennies at an all-time high. Prices are climbing every month. Coins once considered common are now treasured finds thanks to new discoveries and a new generation of collectors entering the scene. Scene educational flashback. History of Lincoln and Brenner narrator. And let's not forget the historical power behind the Lincoln penny. It's more than metal, it's a tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. Victor David Brenner's original vision continues to echo through time, making each penny a living piece of history. Scene: final coin spinning with a dramatic glow. Text appears: check your change. Narrator: energetic tone. So the next time you get change from a store, take a moment. That shiny little penny with a tiny D might just be your golden ticket. And remember, you're not just collecting coins. You're collecting stories, legacies, and potentially a fortune. Closing scene. Channel logo: USA Coins. With subscribe bell animation. Narrator arm and engage. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2002 Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss another coin revelation from USA Coins. We've got more rare finds, hidden treasures, and million-dollar stories coming your way. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and always check your change. This is USA Coins. Signing. Hashtags and tags for YouTube description: hashtag Lincoln penny, hashtag 2002 penny, hashtag rare coins, hashtag USA Coins, hashtag coin collectors, hashtag coin hunting, hashtag numismatics, hashtag coin value, hashtag coin worth money, hashtag penny errors, hashtag $1,000,000 penny, hashtag Lincoln cent history. Could this ordinary looking penny sitting in your pocket actually be worth close to $779,978? You heard that right. A coin minted just over a decade ago, in 2013, could now be hiding a massive secret, one that collectors around the world are willing to pay a fortune for. Today, on USA Coins, we uncover the full story, the hidden history, the valuable errors, and the jaw-dropping current market value of the 2013 Lincoln penny. Let's dive deep. Scene transition: visual timeline of the Lincoln cent. Narrator: before we zoom in on the 2013 penny specifically, let's take a quick journey back in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, marking 100 years since Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, and not just any face, the face of the 16th president, the great Abraham Lincoln himself. Cut to historical photos of Lincoln and early coin presses. The Lincoln cent has seen many changes over the decades, from the wheat ear reverse 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial design 1959 to 2008, and now the Union Shield reverse introduced in 2010. And that's where our 2013 penny comes into play. Scene: close-up of 2013 penny, front and back. Narrator: in 2013, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins. Yes, over 2.3 billion. But don't let that number fool you. While most are only worth face value, 1 cent, a small number of them have unique characteristics that make them extremely rare and highly valuable. Moneybag cue: dramatic sound as the $779,978 figure appears on screen. Scene: the secret behind the value. Narrator: so what makes a 2013 Lincoln penny worth nearly $780,000? It comes down to a few key factors. 1. Mint error. Number 1 reason a 2013 penny can fetch such a high price is mint errors. Some coins were struck off-center. Others were double-struck, had die cracks, or even missing elements. A 2013 penny with a clear and dramatic error can easily skyrocket in value. Show high-resolution examples of real error coins. 2. Condition. Grading matters. Collectors pay a premium for coins in pristine condition. A 2013 Lincoln cent graded MS-69 or MS-70 by PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Combine that with a rare mint error, and now you're talking 6 figures. Magnifying glass tilted left 3. Rarity and demand. Certain die varieties were only discovered in tiny batches, making them incredibly scarce. Collectors are always on the hunt for these elusive pieces to complete their sets. Clapperboard. Scene: actual sales and auctions. Narrator: you might be wondering, has anyone really paid that much for a penny? The answer is a solid yes. In rare auction events and private sales, certified 2013 error pennies have fetched shockingly high amounts, and some reports have shown sales approaching $779,978 for one-of-a-kind specimens with extreme double die errors, misaligned dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchets. Chart increasing show screenshots of real auction results from heritage auctions, eBay, etc. Clapperboard, scene, how to check your coins. Narrator. Now here's where it gets exciting for you. Check your change. Look through old jars, boxes, and collections. You could be holding a treasure without even knowing it. Look for the following: magnifying glass, tilted left on-screen checklist, extremely shiny surface or uncirculated look-off center or double-printed images, missing mint mark or odd coloration, die cracks near Lincoln's head or the shield. If you think you've got a special 2013 D penny, get it graded by a trusted source like PCGS or NGC. This can turn a pocket penny into a life-changing payday. Clapperboard, scene, investment and collector insight. Narrator. The U.S. coin market is growing. Pennies that once had no value now appear at auctions with shocking price tags. And smart collectors know that coins like the 2013 D Lincoln penny are modern-day gold mines if you know what to look for. Chart increasing show visual of coin values rising over time. More and more collectors are entering the market, and rare pennies like this one are becoming the new hidden wealth in America. Clapperboard, scene, final words, emotional hook. Narrator. So next time you glance at a penny in your hand, pause. Look again. Could it be a 2013 D? Could it have an error? Could it be the one that changes your life forever? Collision show penny turning to gold with a dollar amount flashing across the screen, $779,978. You'll never look at your pocket change the same way again. Clapperboard, closing scene with music and channel branding. Television. USA Coins logo appears with coins spinning around it. Narrator, voiceover. This is USA Coins, where every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss the next hidden treasure. Pushpin. Let us know in the comments if you have a 2013 D Lincoln penny and what condition it's in. Who knows, maybe you're sitting on a six-figure secret. Fire. Video ends. Subscribe CTA with upbeat music. Stay curious. Stay collecting. And keep watching USA Coins, because the next coin we feature might just be in your pocket.